You are listening to the hippest radio station in the Tri-City area, WAWL 103.5. This is Walk the Beat, the radio program dedicated to bringing you the latest and original music from our very own West Michigan area. This program is underwritten by Chemical Bank, Shoreline Insurance Agency, and Quality Hardwood Flooring. I'm Dave Palmer, your host, and today at the Greenhouse Studio, we have one of my very, very best friends, Rick VanWeelden.
Thanks for having me, Dave. It's great to be here.
Well, I'm always good to see you.
Well, it's funny that, because not too very long ago, a good friend of mine told me that I had a face for radio, so, and here I am.
I don't believe that, but I'll roll with it. In fact, now you're on camera too, though.
Oh, boy.
So we're also going to post it on the radio, so everybody will find out if you have a radio voice, or radio face. Okay, right off the bat, I'd like to say thanks for coming.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's quite a pleasure to be here.
You know, Rick is not just a good friend, but he is also a board member of the Walk the Beat organization that just got going last year.
Yep, we've been full-fledged on that, haven't we?
Yes, we have, and it's really one of the things that's nice about that is that we do get to talk a lot, but one of the harder things about it is we used to play music all the time. Mm-hmm. And you remember when we got really rolling on this?
Yeah, it suffered. We didn't play near as much.
Yeah, we got so involved with trying to help the kids that we really didn't get to play that much. So I really enjoyed the break that we had, and we've been able to perform a lot and play a lot. But we're getting right back into the let's raise money season.
Back on track now.
But yeah, it's going to be good. I'm so glad that you're part of it. You really are an inspiration to not only me but lots of people. And what I really like is that you have just put this collaboration of different songs together. Is that what they say, collaboration?
Yeah, well, what really started this was, I think it was last January or February, I met a guy, and he just so happens to be our audio engineer here in Blue Van Dyke, and he had heard me sing a song up here that to you one day just on an acoustic guitar, and I don't usually sing with the rest of the group, and he said, would you mind if I tried to record your voice? And I said, well, geez, I mean, I was pretty flattered because this guy, I had an ear for music, and I was, I was overcome by it, but I said, sure. So we got together in my living room. Actually, it was a little room off of our living room, and I called up this friend of mine, Catfish Johnny Stoneburner.
Yeah.
And we sat down, and I played through this one song 2 or 3 times, and Johnny listened to it, and he played it a time or two, and Blue said, let's give that thing a run. And so we did, and we took that take, and it was what you're probably going to hear your first song tonight. It's a tune called Motel in Memphis.
Oh, I love this song. And was that the song that you were listening to when you heard him play Up Here, Blue?
No, yeah, it wasn't. I was Hang Me that he heard me sing.
Another great song that you do.
But Motel in Memphis was done by Old Crow Medicine Show, and it's a song about Martin Luther King's assassination. And I do it somewhat different than Old Crow does it, and I do a lot of songs a lot different than the original artist. Yep. A little bit later on, you're going to hear Andrea Matthews do Somewhere Over the Rainbow, done a little bit differently than the original artist. But if the song's good enough to stand up on its own, it will survive. And
and it does nicely.
Yeah, so a little bit different take on it, but Catfish just makes the harp sing on this song, It really is what sets it off.
Catfish Johnny has really been helping out a lot of people with their songs around here lately.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Myself included. We love it. And that's another local musician, has really worked his tail off at his craft to get good at what he's doing.
Yeah.
And I'm just so proud to know you, and I'm so glad that you've got this CD together.
Well, we recorded I think 4 or 5 songs in 2 sessions, and I had really nothing to do with them at that point. So I had recorded some other material in years past, and I thought I'd just throw it all a song or 2 off of these other EPs and make a little Christmas gift to hand out to my euchre friends.
Nice. Well, I know I got one. I'm glad I got one. So thanks.
Yeah.
So this first song we're going to listen to, Motel in Memphis.
Motel in
Memphis. And who wrote the song again?
Old Grove Medicine Show.
All right. But let's hear the way that you do it. Blue, let's let everybody wants to hear it.
From Atlanta got murdered in Memphis. Did you see him lying in the low-rent hotel? Did you hear them say that the CIA is witness to the murder of a man in a motel in Memphis? Motel in Memphis. Motel in Memphis. Run and tell somebody there's blood on the riverside. Oh, muddy waters rolling through Memphis. If you were there, you'd swear it's more than a man who died. She's sitting on a corner with a black veil. Did you see Mr. Crump with a white coat grin? Did you go down river where the cottonwoods are swinging with ghostly bodies of man? Motel in Memphis. Motel in Memphis. Run and tell somebody there's blood on the riverside. Oh, muddy waters rolling through Memphis. If you were there, you'd swear it's more than a man who died. Were you there with Mahala wailing at the funeral? Did you watch them lower his casket in? Did you tremble when you thought about the future and cried out for modern man? Motel in Memphis. Motel in Memphis. Run and tell somebody there's blood on the riverside. Oh, muddy waters rolling through Memphis. If you were there, you'd swear it's more than a man who died.
You are listening to Walk the Beat on WAWL 103.5. Rick, you know that is always been one of my favorite songs that you play. And every now and then I get to perform it with you just up here at the greenhouse together, and I love it.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
So, yeah, the people out there in the listening audience, if you ever get a chance to meet Rick VanWeelden, I'm telling you, your life is enhanced immediately. At least for a while.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So it's just so nice that you could come on the show, Rick. Now, you actually perform with quite a few people every now and then, don't you?
Yeah, it's funny how that goes. My first instrument is guitar, and I'm a marginal guitar player at best, and there's a zillion guitar players out there. But for the last couple of years, I've been playing a lot of mandolin.
Yeah.
And I'm a poor mandolin player at best, but there's a big demand for mandolin players.
I know.
You can go from an average to good guitar player, nobody wants you, to a poor mandolin player, and everybody wants you.
I got to schedule them in now. But it's got a very unique. You're a much better player. I know this. You're a much better player you are than you were 3 years ago. Because I met you a few years back.
I hope so, yeah.
And you played good then, but now the way you get this mandolin to fit in, I don't care if I'm playing Sympathy for the Devil or Will the Circle Be Unbroken, you can make that mandolin go with it. I love it.
Yeah, well, it's been a lot of fun breaking loose on that with a lot of different style music.
Yeah. So it fits in so much better than people would think. You just wouldn't think it would, but when you get at it, I'm just going, check this guy out. I mean, you are flying on that mandolin.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
It's fun to watch. It's great to hear. You have been gracious enough to supply the mandolin playing for me on several of my songs on this next CD that I'm putting out.
Yeah, playing your originals is the most enjoyable thing I probably do right now of all the things I do. That's really what I get the most enjoyment out of.
Oh, Rick, I love it. So yeah. I'm so glad that you can come by and play whenever you can.
Yeah.
And I know we're getting cranked back up into this walk the beat thing. It takes a lot of energy and a lot of time. And I think we really have got to carve out our time for playing.
That's right.
By the way, our friend Brad Tripp's coming in maybe for a week.
That'd be great.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Maybe we can even practice.
Yeah, we're going to try practicing something. This next song.
Right. The next song, it's Famous Flower from Manhattan. And it's a song that the Avett Brothers wrote. And it is really only two chords that go back and forth throughout the entire song. And I was working with this young girl. Her name was Kate Johnson, and it was the first song I ever taught her on the guitar.
Oh.
And let's see, I think Kate was in 6th grade when we had the pleasure of having Jim and Susie Avett as our guests up here. And I called Kate up, and she came over. And Jim and Susie Avett sat there. It was their first time ever in Michigan. They were 1,200 miles from home. And they were sitting there listening to this little 6th grade girl play the first song she ever learned on the guitar. And it was a song that their boys wrote.
How magical, man.
That's pretty full circle. And I think it was a really moving moment for Susan Avett,
right,
the mother of the son, of the brothers.
Sure, you bet.
And it was certainly one of the most special moments of my life.
Well, that's the story of music.
Yeah.
That is the story of music firsthand, which is such a lesson for all of us.
Yeah.
This little song that somebody here, just like The Avid brothers did. Put this little song together. They were probably sitting side by side in a room somewhere. Just, what do you think? What do you think? And next thing you have this young maybe 12-year-old girl singing your song 1,000 miles away from home. Right. It's incredible.
Now this cut will just be me on it. It won't be Kate playing with me on it, but it's still it's got special meaning to me.
Excellent, because you are good friends with the Avids.
Yeah,
which is another great thing. Okay, Famous Flower from Manhattan, Blue.
I found a flower in a field of cars and people, rows of concrete, paint and steel. Manhattan is where it grew, and I thought to cut it from its stem, take it from the cracks between the bricks that it lay in, and save it from city strife, away from the city life. Then someone, they whispered in my ear, a country girl can't be made out of anybody here. Don't touch it, it loves you not. Don't touch it, it loves you not. 'Cause bluebirds don't fly without their wings. When we put them in a cage, the world can hear them sing. So selfish when greed sets in. Possession, the king of sin. And people don't ever let you down. Forever find a way to kill whatever love they found. A heartbeat, and I want it too. Manhattan is where she grew. So I left and let the flower be. Yesterday I saw the flower on cable TV, much prettier than here with me. For all of the world to see, much prettier than here with me.
You are listening to Walk the Beat on WAWL 103.5. We are back in the studio with a good friend of yours and mine, Rick VanWeelden. Another beautiful song, Rick.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, man. I mean, I can imagine you and Kate singing that song.
Yeah, well, I really don't sing. I've had vocal cord issues in the past, and, you know, if I sing a song, I can maybe get 1-2 songs out, but I'm not known to be or as a singer. And so for me, I'm just glad to be able to do it.
Oh,
really
it's
what it
wonderful,
comes
wonderful.
down to.
I love your voice. I told you that when I first met you too. I go, Rick, you should sing some songs.
Yeah.
Everybody, though, the one thing that we're all looking for is this unique flavor in a voice. If you're a singer-songwriter, you don't want to sound like somebody else. I think you have a great thing.
Yeah.
It sounds good, soothing. It also makes you listen to the words.
Yeah.
It makes you listen to the song. I'm telling you, it's compelling. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, most of these songs on here are very lyrical in nature.
Yeah.
And every one of the songs has some meaning to me. I had my son Dylan sang on 2 songs with me.
Beautiful.
I played 12-string on a couple of songs, 6-string on a couple of songs. I had a talented percussionist named Brad Rose play some hand drums on a couple of songs. So as you listen through it, you get a little variation. It's just not the same sound song after song after song.
Right. Mixing it up.
Yeah. And but it's always been one of my beliefs, one of the few things that I know for absolute certain, and that's that, you're only as good as the people you surround yourself with. And with that in mind, when I first recorded these songs this last winter, I gathered Catfish Johnny.
Yeah.
And Andrea Matthews from Three-Way Street and John Shears from Roosevelt Diggs. And I pulled 4 people together from 4 different bands that didn't even know one another and said, okay, this is what we're going to do, folks. And,
well, those are all talented people. They know what to do. They're going like this. We're here for you.
Right. And so the next song you're going to hear, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, is done by Andrea Matthews, and I'm playing mandolin on it. We had Andrea and her daughter Maddie over for dinner, 6 months before this recording, and Andrea was playing guitar, and I was just strumming along, and she went into this Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Yeah.
So I said to Christy, hey, grab the iPad, will you? And so she recorded it, and boy, did the old likes go up on that thing. You know? And,
I remember when you posted it.
Yeah, and
You're just going, listen, this is fantastic.
So we said, we were in my living room, and I said, let's try to lay this down, and so we did, and she does it with her own little bounce to it, and it's got its own flavor, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful version of it. And she really lets it go at the end of it. And Catfish is blowing harp in the middle. So.
I love it. I grew up loving this the movie, and Judy Garland. And then you're thinking, well, how's this going to And then you listen to Andrea, and you're going, oh, that's how you do it. That's how you make a song your own, man. But I love the movie. I love Andrea. I know I'm going to love your playing. I know everybody else is. Blue, let's listen to Andrea Matthews sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Someday I wish upon a star. Wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops. Way above the chimney tops, it's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Then why can't I? Someday I wish upon a star. Wake up where the clouds are far behind. Oh, behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops. Way above the chimney tops, it's where you'll find me. Bluebirds fly, they fly high, oh high over the rainbow. Then why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why? Oh,
You are listening to Walk the Beat on WAWL 103.5, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Isn't that a great song?
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely fantastic. I love the way she does it. Well, Rick, it's always good to see you. And we're not going to get out of here yet. What I want to tell everybody out there is if anybody would like to try to win one of Rick's CDs, just write me at walkthebeatdave@gmail.com and just say, I'm in to win. That's all you have to say. I'm going to, at random, pick a winner. We will give one away when the week after this airs. So good luck, everybody, and I hope to hear from you. Now, Rick, what else you got going on lately? What's the next thing you're doing?
Well, my next big gig is Dave Palmer and Friends at the Community Center, February 28th,
There
which
you
is
go.
going to be quite a spectacular show.
Man, I hope it goes smooth.
Yeah, me
But
too.
hey, thanks for the plug.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I was setting it up
Yeah.
for myself. But,
Well, and I'm pretty excited about tonight that we're going to have I'm going to have some friends over here to the studio when we're done recording this for a little session, and I think that's going to be just absolutely epic.
tonight will be fun.
Yeah.
It always is when your friend's coming over. I think Catfish is going to be here. He is here. I think Dave Tallman said he could make it. Andrea, I'm going to sit in. I hope I get to play a little bit.
Yeah, you and my son Dylan.
Yep, Dylan, and I'm hoping somebody can play the congas for us or something. I think Blue might be able to stick around. He can play bass, man. If he can, that'd be great. Well, you know what, Rick? I want to say thanks again, not just for coming in, but just for letting me hang with you whenever we can, and keeping me inspired to keep going with all this other stuff and to help out the kids by being on the Walk the Beat board. You are really doing it. And I want to say one thing absolutely positive is that you are the most supportive person I have ever met in my life to go every single concert, every single performance that you can go out and back up these guys is incredible.
Well, it's nice to go out and support the fellas that are out there playing. But the truth be told, I just love music.
I know you do.
So,
I know you do, but it takes effort to do this, to get. I'm
not as young as I used to be, so those days.
But you know what? You're older than I am, and we'll have to splice this in or out. You're older than I am, but I've been with you, and it's 10 o'clock. We go see a show. Okay, that's great. It's 10 o'clock at night, and you turn to me and say, hey, if we hurry up, we can get down to the Wooden Nickel and see another show. And I'm going, are you kidding me? I'm sleeping. A half hour, I'll be out. And you continue to go and support. That takes effort, my friend.
Well,
and
there's a lot of pleasure that goes with it.
And it's an important part of our Walk the Beat. You're our face out there talking to the guys that are really doing the work. So I want to say thank you very much. I want to tell everybody else thanks for listening. Remember to write in and listen local.